In the grim darkness of the far future, where humanity teeters on the brink of oblivion, there exist warriors unlike any other. These are the Executioners, a Space Marine chapter shrouded in both reverence and dread. They are the Emperor's wrath incarnate, instruments of absolution unleashed upon those deemed unworthy of continued existence. From their desolate homeworld to the farthest reaches of the Imperium, the Executioners bring a brand of justice, both swift and brutal, leaving no room for doubt or mercy. The Executioners hail from the blighted world of Sacramore, a desolate wasteland choked by volcanic ash and ravaged by constant seismic tremors. This unforgiving environment serves as a crucible, forging the chapter's aspirants into instruments of unwavering conviction. Official Imperial records only offer cryptic references to a lost expedition and a forgotten conflict, shrouding the details surrounding the chapter's founding in mystery. Some whisperings within the Adeptus Astartes suggest a connection to the Imperial Fists, one of the original legions from the Age of Terror. Legends speak of a contingent of fists stranded in a hostile world, forced to adapt and evolve to survive. This speculation, however, remains unconfirmed. It is certain that the Executioners bear a strong resemblance to the Fists in their tactical prowess and siege warfare expertise. The Executioners' documented history stretches back to the tumultuous aftermath of the Horus Heresy. Their earliest confirmed actions occurred during the Plague of Unbelief, a period of rampant heresy that swept through the Imperium. During the invasion of Nova Sulis, the Executioners, known then as the Emperor's Headsmen, unleashed a campaign of ruthless efficiency, purging the heretical forces with a level of violence that bordered on zealotry. This brutality became a hallmark of the chapter, earning them both admiration and censure. Their devotion to the Emperor lasted for millennia. They fought countless battles against a variety of foes: orcs, Tyranids, Eldar, and even renegade space marines. Victories often came at a heavy cost, with the Executioners exhibiting a disregard for their own safety in their pursuit of total annihilation. This tendency towards Pyrrhic victories occasionally caused friction with other Imperial forces, who questioned the long-term viability of such tactics. The infamous Badab War marked a pivotal moment in the Executioners' history. This bloody conflict saw several Space Marine chapters rebel against the perceived tyranny of the High Lords of Terror. While the Executioners initially pledged loyalty to the secessionist movement, their motivations differed from those of the other rebels. They saw the rebellion as a way to purge corruption within the Imperium, not a challenge to its authority. The intensity of the war overshadowed this nuance. Following the conflict, the Executioners found themselves ostraci, forced to undertake a century-long penitent crusade as atonement for their perceived treachery. The chapter, who saw themselves as faithful servants of the Emperor, found this self-imposed exile difficult to accept. The wider Imperium's trust in the Executioners remains uncertain. The Executioners' culture is a fascinating blend of Imperial faith and a touch of something else. Their homeworld, Sacramore, with its unforgiving environment, fosters a deep-seated belief in the harsh realities of existence. They prioritize survival and view weakness as a sign of heresy. This harshness manifests in their warfare, leading to a brutal efficiency that leaves little room for collateral damage or civilian casualties. However, beneath this superficial stoicism lies a surprising undercurrent of animism, a belief system more commonly associated with feral worlds. Sacramore's indigenous population, assimilated into the chapter at its founding, may have influenced this. This animistic streak manifests in rituals performed before battle, where the Executioners commune with the spirits of their ancestors and the very land itself, seeking their blessing and channeling their rage into righteous fury. In their worship, the Emperor remains the central figure, but their reverence takes on a more militant tone. They see themselves as the Emperor's executioners, instruments of his wrath unleashed upon mankind's enemies. This zealotry occasionally pushes them to the fringes of sanctioned imperial doctrine, but their effectiveness on the battlefield ensures a degree of tolerance from the ecclesiarchy. The executioners recruit from the feral tribes that inhabit the harshest regions of Sacramore. These tribes, known as the Ashen Children, live lives of constant struggle against the unforgiving environment and the monstrous creatures that lurk in the volcanic wastes. Only the strongest and most ruthless survive, fostering a natural selection process that aligns perfectly with the chapter's needs. The trials faced by these potential recruits are legendary for their brutality. They subject aspiring space marines to grueling physical challenges designed to test their endurance and pain tolerance. They must navigate treacherous landscapes, fight off ferocious predators, and endure ritualistic scarification that serves as a test of willpower and a mark of belonging. Those who survive this initial gauntlet are then taken to the chapter monastery, a fortress carved into the heart of a dormant volcano. Here, they undergo rigorous psychological conditioning and indoctrination in the chapter's martial traditions. The chapter delves into the harsh realities of the Imperium and its unwavering dedication to the Emperor, erasing any trace of individuality and replacing it with unwavering obedience. The physical transformation into a space marine is no less grueling. The implantation of the Astartes organs pushes aspirants' bodies and minds to their limits. Many succumb to the strain, their bodies failing to integrate the alien technology. Only the most resilient emerge, reborn as superhuman warriors clad in cobalt-hued power armor. Their training continues relentlessly, honing their skills in various forms of warfare. From mastering the intricacies of ranged combat with bolt guns to the brutal efficiency of close-quarters combat with chainswords, these space marines become weapons of unparalleled lethality. Their sole purpose is to completely destroy the Emperor's enemies. The executioners adhere to a more traditional chapter structure, mirroring their presumed lineage from the Imperial Fists. 10 companies, each specializing in a specific battlefield role, divide them. The first company, known as the Chapter Master's Company or the Headsman, comprises the chapter's elite veterans, led by the stern and battle-hardened Chapter Master. The Executioner's tactical doctrine organizes the remaining companies, 2nd through 10th, into tactical squads, assault squads, devastator squads, and veteran squads, each of which plays a crucial role. Tactical squads form the backbone of the chapter's forces, adaptable and versatile in a variety of combat situations. Assault squads specialize in close-quarters combat, wielding jump packs and brutal melee weapons to overwhelm and obliterate the enemy in a whirlwind of righteous fury. Devastator squads unleash devastating firepower with heavy weapon platforms, raining down punishment upon the foe from afar. Veteran squads, hardened by countless battles, serve as mentors and shock troops, leading the charge with unmatched savagery. Unlike some chapters known for their unorthodox fleet compositions, the Executioners maintain a traditional and potent armada. Their primary warships are Gloriana-class battle barges, colossal vessels bristling with weaponry and capable of carrying entire companies of space marines into battle. A fleet of strike cruisers, escorts, and auxiliary vessels supports these battle barges, forming a balanced force capable of engaging in both large-scale fleet actions and planetary assaults. The Executioner's fleet, dubbed the Cinders of Absolution, is a testament to their unwavering dedication to total war. Icons depicting flames and skulls often adorn their ships, reflecting their zealous approach to warfare. It is not uncommon for the Executioners to engage in orbital bombardments of staggering ferocity, leaving a trail of scorched earth and shattered cities in their wake. While some within the wider Imperium may question their methods, the sheer effectiveness of the Executioners' tactics ensures a certain grudging respect for their brutal efficiency. The Executioner's status as a fleet-based chapter is a relatively recent development stemming from the Beidab War's fallout. Prior to their exile, the Executioners maintained a fortress monastery on Sacramore, a brooding edifice known as Darkenvault. However, the penitent crusade deemed Darkenvault unsuitable for their atonement. They forced the chapter to abandon its homeworld and begin a nomadic existence among the stars. This forced migration has had a profound impact on the Executioners. Their reliance on their fleet, the Cinders of Absolution, has become absolute. Their battle barges and strike cruisers serve not only as warships, but also as mobile monasteries, training grounds, and repositories for their martial heritage. Within the confines of their vessels, they adapt chapter rituals and traditions to maintain the core tenets of their identity. The nomadic lifestyle has fostered a certain ruthlessness in the executioners. Without a permanent homeworld, they have a detached perspective on the wider Imperium. They maintain unwavering loyalty, yet their singular focus is on eliminating the Emperor's enemies, no matter where they may be. Their ability to carry out missions deep within enemy territory, strike with devastating force, and vanish before retaliation can mount makes them ideal. However, this nomadic existence is not without its drawbacks. Recruitment becomes a more complex undertaking, requiring the executioners to venture into war-torn worlds to find suitable candidates. Additionally, the constant travel puts a strain on their resources and manpower, making it difficult to rebuild their forces after heavy losses. Despite these challenges, the executioners have adapted remarkably well to their fleet-based existence. They have honed their skills for swift deployment and precise attacks, transforming into a menacing force that emerges from obscurity, unleashes its unwavering rage, and vanishes into the darkness before the reverberations of their anger have subsided. The executioners are a chapter known for their unwavering dedication to firepower and brutal efficiency. Their arsenal reflects this philosophy, with a heavy emphasis on weaponry designed to overwhelm and annihilate the enemy. The bolter is the executioner's and all Space Marines' main weapon. However, they favor heavier variants such as the heavy bolter and the plasma rifle, sacrificing accuracy for sheer destructive power. Scripture and iconography depicting flames and skulls adorn many executioner bolters, serving as a constant reminder of their zealous purpose. For close quarters combat, executioners favor brutal power weapons like power axes and chain swords. These weapons allow them to cleave through enemy ranks with unmatched savagery, leaving a trail of carnage in their wake. Some executioners even wield flamers, unleashing torrents of promethium fire to purge their foes in a cleansing inferno. The chapter maintains a respectable stock of Terminator armor, deploying these heavily armored warriors in situations demanding unwavering resilience. Heavy bolters or siege cannons frequently equip these Terminators, turning them into walking fortresses that unleash devastating firepower. The executioners utilize a wide range of armored vehicles in their campaigns. Rhino transports shuttle squads of Space Marines into the heart of battle, while Land Raiders provide a mobile platform for devastating firepower. Executioners also make extensive use of Predator tanks, their main battle cannons capable of reducing enemy fortifications to rubble. For heavier engagements, they deploy the mighty Baneblade Super Heavy Tank, a mobile arsenal capable of leveling entire city blocks. As a fleet-based chapter, the executioners dedicate significant resources to maintaining their warships. Their Gloriana-class battle barges are heavily armed with lances and broadsides, capable of annihilating enemy fleets in a hail of firepower. Their strike cruisers, while smaller, are no less lethal, carrying a potent array of weaponry and serving as vital support vessels for their battle barges. While the executioners share much of their weaponry with other Space Marine chapters, they possess a few unique armaments. One such weapon is the Cinder Spear, a massive plasma cannon mounted on the prow of their flagship, the Infernus. The Cinder Spear is capable of delivering planet-cracking levels of destruction, a potent symbol of the chapter's absolute commitment to annihilation. Additionally, some executioner squads utilize flamer variants known as Cinder Spouts, spewing forth superheated promethium in a wide arc, ideal for clearing out enemy trenches and fortifications. The executioners, forever adrift in the vast Imperium, discover themselves at a crossroads. Their recent history is one of atonement and redemption. Following the Badab Warstain, their penitent crusade saw them undertake countless thankless campaigns against Xenos threats and heretical uprisings. While their ferocity remained undimmed, their victories served as a slow path back to a semblance of favor with the wider Imperium. However, the galaxy is a place of unending conflict. The rise of primaris Marines across the Astartes chapters has caused ripples of unease, and the executioners are no exception. While they have received a contingent of these new warriors, integrating them into their established traditions has proven challenging. The primaris' focus on adaptability and versatility clashes with the executioner's ingrained belief in overwhelming firepower and unwavering assault tactics. Further complicating matters is the resurgence of ancient threats. The ever-present menace of the orcs, the insidious whispers of chaos cults, and the relentless hunger of the Tyranids all demand the executioner's attention. They are a chapter constantly on the move, like a hammer perpetually seeking a nail to pound into oblivion. Recent rumors indicate that they are fighting a brutal campaign against the resurgent Hive Fleet behemoth Tendril. The executioner's ruthless tactics and unwavering zeal make them a potent weapon against such a foe. However, whispers amongst the Inquisition suggest that the chapter's borderline Pyrrhic victories may be unsustainable in the long run. Their disregard for civilian casualties and scorched earth tactics risk alienating potential allies within the Imperium. The executioner's future remains uncertain. Will they continue down their path of unwavering zealotry, or will they adapt to the changing tides of the galaxy? Only time will tell if these instruments of absolution can truly redeem themselves in the eyes of the Emperor and his Imperium. The executioners are a grim enigma among the rest of the Space Marines. Their dedication to the Emperor is undeniable, and their martial prowess is unmatched. Yet their methods remain shrouded in controversy. Their zealotry borders on fanaticism, and their tactics teeter on the edge of self-destruction. There is no denying the executioner's effectiveness. They are a chapter that thrives on direct confrontation, a relentless juggernaut that crushes all opposition beneath their ironclad boots. Their unwavering belief in overwhelming firepower and brutal assaults has delivered countless victories against the Imperium's most dangerous foes. When all other options have failed, unleash them, a storm of righteous fury that leaves no room for subtlety or compromise. However, their victories come at a heavy price. The executioner's disregard for collateral damage and their scorched earth tactics leave a trail of devastation in their wake. This brutality sows discontent amongst Imperial citizens and strains relations with other Astartes chapters. Their fleet-based existence further isolates them, fostering a sense of detachment from the wider struggles of the Imperium. The executioner's future remains shrouded in uncertainty. The Primaris Marines' arrival presents a new challenge, one that tests their adherence to tradition. The ever-present threats of the galaxy demand constant vigilance, forcing them to adapt their tactics while clinging to their core beliefs. Ultimately, the question remains: can the executioners truly be instruments of absolution? Can they reconcile their zealous fury with the needs of a war-torn Imperium? Only time will tell if they can find their place in the grand tapestry of the Emperor's warriors, serving as instruments of wrath tempered by a glimmer of hope for redemption. This concludes our exploration of the Executioners, a Space Marine chapter shrouded in both reverence and dread. We hope this glimpse into their history, beliefs, and tactics has provided a deeper understanding of these enigmatic warriors. Theirs is a story far from over, a saga that will undoubtedly continue to unfold in the grim darkness of the far future.